Hi, today we are going to review the Powerblock Dumbbells, the Sport 9.0 Expandable Dumbbells. So I have them here down on the floor. So this is the main handle. Okay, so this is just the main handle, but what it does is it replaces 16 dumbbells with just this kind of one block, I guess. So you can replace over a dozen dumbbells in your home gym. So the physical looks of it, there's a handle and it has two, like this is the main handle and it has two small weights. So there's an option to unlock it and you have these small adder weights and these are 2.5 pounds and you can lock them back in so they don't fall out. Oh yes, so when you're changing them, so this is the first add-on to it. So this is the first set of weights and it has this pin that you can release. I'll show you a better video, or I'll show you up close of what it looks like. So what it has is, for the first block, if you have the two handle weights in, it is 9 kilograms. Yep, so it's 9 kilograms. And if you take off each of the adder weights, it takes out 1 kilo. So if you just have one of the handle weights, it will be 8 kilos with this first set add-on. Okay, this version is not the newest version. This, I think, is one of the first iterations of it. There is one that's not expandable. This is expandable. I only have the first set of adder weights. I think you can get up to 41 kilos. So my ones go up to 22.5 kilos per dumbbell. So I'm gonna run through the site. This is what I figured out. So the sports, they come in different series. So there's an EXP series, which is $350. That's the sports version. That is made of steel and it has a 5-year warranty and it goes up to 50 pounds. I don't know, is that expandable? Yeah, that is expandable. So there are 3 series. There's the sports, which is expandable, the non-expandable, and then the pro series that's made out of urethane. So the most expensive one is the urethane, which is $439. There's no top handles, which is kind of, I guess it frees up, it gives you more space to move around. So what I mean is these two top handles, they don't have these, because if you were doing, I guess, like wrist curls and stuff like that, they would get in the way. So the non-expandables, there's a Sport 50 and there's a Sport 5.0. It goes 10 to 50 pounds. There's a Sport 2.4 that goes to 24 pounds. That's $329. Then the sports one, which is my one, the expandable is $350. Then for the different sets, so if you buy the next set, it's another $139, and then the third set, set 3, would be another $139, which is over $600 for the full set that I don't have here right now. Oh. Okay, so the looks, let's have a look. This is the Powerblock. It's in its entirety. It comes in a set of 2. This is the handle. Has the handler weights in here. You can unlock. So 2 closed positions. Middle is open. Close that for now. Oh, I'll show you. They just pop out like so. Pop those back in. So you adjust the handler weights according to what weight that you want. And also another way to see if the handler weight is inside is there's a gap here and here. I'm not sure if you can get to see the close-up, but you can actually see if the silver handler weight is protruding from this black bar right now. Okay, so that's the handle itself. So the two adder weights go into here. The main handle is here. There's another two support brackets here. The slider is here. The branding is here. The different weight numbers are here. Then it goes into the weight block. You have this adjuster. It's made out of this plastic resin and two steel rods. And it goes and it slots in to the handle itself. And it adds in the weights. So if you look here, there's a bunch of holes. So the more weights that you add, you'll go lower and lower to the lower holes. Like so. This is attached with some kind of elastic. Think of like a girl's hair go-go. Feels like that. Into a key ring in a hole with just the first set. So if you're using the grey coat, you will be using it. If you're just using the handle weight, you don't need to use it, and it's free to use. And then you can go all the way. The highest I have is 22.5 kilos. It's lifting up the whole thing. So it's very convenient to use, and all the weights are in there. The dimensions of the Powerblock is 12 inches by 6.5 by 6.5 inches. So it's not that big at all. Like this is just the first set, but you know, size of my two hands is all I need. Because if I used to have the full set, and you'd have a whole tray full of dumbbells, which is really annoying. The colors show the different types of Powerblocks that you do get. The newer versions come in black. The Pro models come with this kind of urethane, which is kind of like a rubber material. So when I always have to use this blue sports mat, because every time I use it, I'll always have to hit the ground, and the bottom of it, the bottom of it is all metal. I've used shoe glue to try and dampen the noise when it hits. I'll do a follow-up video regarding that. So this is just plastic, and the metal hits whatever it needs to contact because of gravity. Drop sets. Alright, so the pros are, it is high quality and it is very durable. The next pro is that it saves on space and storage. If you look at the amount of space that I actually take over, it's, you know, I guess less than one of my sports mats right here. It is fully adjustable. It goes from 5 pounds to 90 pounds. That's basically 2.2 kilos to 40 kilos, but it depends on which model you get. Another pro is that it has a very comfy grip. It is kind of like a hard rubber, but it's shaped like it's not straight. It kind of has a curve to it, so when you grip it, there's more to grab. The next pro is that it's very versatile. If you want to do drop sets quickly, all you have to do is take out the pin, switch to the next set, and you can just go straight into your drop sets. The next pro is that the extra handles can be used for like swings, like dumbbell squats or tricep curls and stuff like that. It's really handy. And the next thing is that it's color coded. So if you want to change, so for my one here, I want to go from 13.5 kilos to 9 kilos. I just take the pin out and then I switch it. And you can see because it's color coded on the side here. Okay, let's go over the cons. So this is popularly known as the toaster dumbbell because it looks like a toaster. I don't know why they chose this shape, but it's not. So the shape of it, it's actually it's better to show with the actual weight itself. Looks like a piece of toast. I mean, they made the top of the arch right here. It looks like a piece of bread, and I don't know if they did that on purpose to make it more user friendly for like non-hardcore dumbbell enthusiasts. Also, I don't know, this one reminds me, I don't know if you have it in the States, but Fisher-Price toys, the way it has this white plastic look and it has the color codes, it reminds me like Fisher-Price toys when I was growing up. So it's very childlike in that sense. Another con is it's quite expensive, so you could be spending over $600 for a full set to replace all your dumbbells. But the cheapest ones, the non-expandable sports models, are $329. I think they transfer roughly around the same, so €350 maybe. So the price is more expensive on this side of the pond. The next con is the size and the shape is not normal. So for certain exercises, it's very difficult to do. It's very difficult to maneuver. It doesn't give you the full range of motion. The next con is, this is for this model only. The pin can actually go into another weight, which I will show you. So you could have it for the white dumbbell set and go into the purple one like this diagonally. They fixed this in the newer models, but with this model, that can be a problem because you could have it and it will slot in diagonally, but when you lift it up, it feels kind of rickety, like it's going to fall off. So that's one thing to be aware of. The next con is, depending on the model, the weights can jump dramatically. So if you have the handler weights for this, it goes from 9 kilos to the next set, it goes to 13.5. You have to drop the handler weights, so to go to 9 kilos to 11.5 kilos. There's no 10 kilos, which is kind of strange. So the increments is not as free as you want, because the higher in weight that you go, you won't jump up that much. So it goes from 20 to 21 to 22. So that's jumping up in a kilo each for the green section with the handle weights. The next con is when you pick up the weight. There's a lot of jingle and jangling. So there's a lot of this going on. So if you're doing dumbbell curls, you get a lot of shaking. So that can be quite annoying when you're trying to work out, because with set dumbbells that don't change, they're silent unless you crack it off something. So the next con is, I live here in Ireland, close to the UK. They don't actually sell them in Ireland, so I had to import it from the UK. So it's quite difficult to get here. With Brexit coming, I don't know how easy it's going to be, because there's going to be tax and customs and whatnot. The next con is that the metal actually warps. So I label mine left and right, because if you put the left handle into the right set of weights, it can be a little bit off. It's because every time you put in the weights, it kind of warps into whatever way that you put it in, because it's not consistent. Your left side and right side will be completely different. So I found that it shakes more if I put the wrong handle weight with the different sets. And those are the cons. Okay, another con is if you are doing wrist curls, you will hit the bar. So maybe better this one. So you will hit the bar sometimes. Okay, so it's not, because these in the different models, these are actually missing and they don't get in the way. So normally, like, you'll have a full range of motion. Sometimes you'll be hit, like my lower forearm is getting hit here. So it's not as easy to maneuver. That's one of the cons. Another con is the problem with the adder weights. So if you just have one adder weight added, the heavier you go, you will feel this, but there's an imbalance here because it's heavier on this side. So if you're doing any swinging motions and stuff, it will alter your hand grip. It will slightly lean towards the heavier side where the handle grip or the handle weight is. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how if you swap the handles that they actually don't fit in very well. So let's see. So I'll put it on 13.5 kilos for both. Just adding the two weights. Take this one out. Put this one in. Should be this way. So if you notice that it's out of line here, and that's what causes the shaking and the severity of it. See right now. Also, if you notice, every time you drop the weight in, it'll leave an indent to a certain point. So it's another telltale sign that you've swapped the handles around. Okay, so another issue is if you are doing flies or anything where normally you have the dumbbell in contact, it is metal on metal. So if I do flies and if I accidentally hit them, you get this clanking noise and it could do damage. One of the fears that I have is if I leave go too much, it will knock the handle out, but you know, it is quite reliable, but still better safe than sorry. Okay, the next thing I also want to mention is that On these handler weights, I'll have to do a close-up of it, but the pin to the adjuster, it protrudes out. So for example, if I'm doing a bicep curl, I could snag my pocket like so. So my pocket is being snagged. And if you're using a heavier weight, that's not the best option. What I normally do is I have this adjuster side to my body. So there's no snagging when it rubs off my body. Okay, so let's do the final verdict for the Powerblock Sport 9.0. This is the first iteration. I don't know what the newer versions are like, but they seem to have cleaned up some things about it. So I really like them. They're very useful for me. What I probably would have done is I would have chosen the non-expandable version. This is the expandable. It goes up to 3 stages and it goes up really heavy. And one of the cons was that the adjustments, they jump quite significantly. With the non-expandable ones, they are set, but because they are set, there's more options because the different holes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have 8 adjustments going from, what's the lowest here, from 9 kilos to 22.5 kilos. So there's a lot more adjustment there. I'm really happy with this product. Yeah, it is ugly, but I prefer function over fashion, and it's kept me, I've had these over 10 years now and they've stayed true and solid and I've had no complaints about it. Yeah, so Powerblock, if you have any questions about my review, any comments, suggestions, maybe things that I got wrong, please let me know. Feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and bye bye.